Good. Now, you may be wondering, hello, lovely to see you, good evening. What do you think? Is it nice? Not bad. Well, about 13 years ago, give or take 6 months, Elvis Presley died. In fact, I remember it very well. I was working on a radio station about 100 miles north of here. I was doing a late-night show, and suddenly on the teleprinter, a message came through, "The King is dead." I read this out on air and said, "Ha! Seems like a good joke. That was the biggest mistake I made." The phones went berserk because, of course, alas, Elvis Presley was dead. And we're going to look at Elvis the legend, Elvis the man, or some even think Elvis the god. And there are a few people who think he's still alive. Now, if you want to phone in about it, the number coming up on your screen, there we are. OK, 0532 46 1000. Call us and tell us your Elvis stories. And what else can we do? Fax us as well. If you have a fax machine, fax us something about Elvis, and we'll see what happens as the night goes on. Now, you may wonder why I have some curry in here. Well, the reason, very simply, is that Elvis, the legend of this man, spread, here we are, Peter, not only across this country, America, but also over to the Indian continent as well, which is unusual because pop music doesn't usually transcend those boundaries, does it?
Well, you see, Mr. James, what it is, you see, in Asian community, they have rock and roll, but they'll do Elvis Presley, but, you know, they use Asian lyrics, like. But I thought I'd break the barrier, you know. And I wrote a song on the behalf of, like, "You're looking for trouble, came to the right place." So I changed it into the curry versions, you know.
You did?
And it goes something like this.
Yes. Do you think, do you think Elvis would appreciate this, or?
Well, if he was alive, I'm sure he would, you know. And it goes something like this, you know.
No, just a minute. Whose program is this? Have you got the quiff under the turban or not?
No, man. I got plenty of long hair, and when I shake it, you know, there's plenty of knits coming out.
I just wondered. Now, look, Peter, you do a mean Elvis impersonation with a difference. Show us. OK, show a little. You'll enjoy this. A little bit of this. Go on.
Well, it comes like this.
Yeah. I'll tuck into the chicken tikka while you're doing it. Go on.
Well, come on, cats. It's Peter Singh. The rockin' seat gonna shake that thing. Punjabi rock is here to stay. A turban jive, it's on its way. A bindi baji boogie, a papadum rock. A bindi baji boogie, a papadum rock.
Join in at home.
A bindi body feeling got me rocking and a reeling. My papadum told me we'll open a takeaway. Several kinds of curries, the Punjabi way.
Whoa!
Madras curry is sometimes rather hot. A tandoori chicken always hit the spot. A bindi baji boogie, a papadum rock. A bindi baji boogie, a papadum rock.
Fantastic, Peter.
A bindi baji boogie got me rocking and a reeling.
The trouble with this, of course, is that I'm now going to be singing that all night, Peter. Very good.
That's what it's all about.
That's Peter singing Bindi Baji Boogie. We'll talk to Peter a little bit later on. Now, you might wonder why we're going to play It Bites. Are you wondering why we're going to play It Bites? Well, the reason is, of course, they're big Elvis fans. A little bit of music from them. We have some live Elvis music later on the show. But for now, their new video and Underneath Your Pillow. Oh, lovely. I was caught a little off balance there. That was, of course, It Bites and Underneath Your Pillow. Right, welcome to the show. We had some wonderful faxes already. Look at this. This comes from Anthony Addison, who says, it can be revealed today that Elvis is not only alive and well, but living in Newcastle upon Tyne. He was seen last week in a supermarket. He's been seen all over the place. If there's anybody out there in touch and they can find out whether Elvis is alive or dead, I'd like to know. I mean, the mystery continues. The mystery continues. This one here comes from Ian from Birmingham, and Ian says, I can only think of 3 reasons why Elvis would have faked his own death. Do you want me to read this? Yeah, okay. Any more excitement from the crew here, of course? Fine, okay, right. Publicity stunt to increase record sales, which it certainly has done. 2, to totally opt out of the limelight. Or 3, because of legal or financial problems. Oh, shut up. You're the worst audience. Right, OK, now we'll take some calls when I get them handed to me. And is that Vickie Perks making a noise over there?
He's alive.
He's alive. Look, as I live and breathe, and I never knew she was here in the studio, I'm getting up to do a walk now, and I want you to catch the jacket, all right?
Woo!
Okay. Now, listen, Perks, look, I don't know whether I'm talking to you or not, really, after those nasty things written in, what was the newspaper?
Oh, is that, Sun, that lovely paper.
Ah, in the Sun, yes, where you said you wouldn't wiggle for me or whatever for me, and I'm not that sort of person. I'm not into. I'm trying to change my image. I'm not.
I think you should change your
I have,
image.
haven't I? Have I
so.
been nasty at all? Or?
No, you haven't been. No, I think it's time to change the image,
Yeah,
James.
I am.
Say.
In-depth thing. So that Pratt, what was his name? Sorry, who wrote that article about you and I?
Piers Morgan.
Piers what? Piers
Morgan.
Piers Morgan, yes.
Or
He's
Organ,
a child,
I'm
isn't he?
not sure.
Piers Organ.
I think so.
I don't think so. I don't think so for one moment. I think we'll stick to Morgan. I don't think Organ at all. And he said that you really would never even speak to me. And I mean, we're quite good friends now, aren't we?
Oh, greatest of pals, yes.
The greatest of pals.
Bosom buddies.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, and not only that, you like Elvis, don't you?
Yes, I adore him. He's my lodger.
You see, Elvis isn't. You know, Elvis is alive.
I won't say where I live, but it's true. He's my lodger.
Yeah. Shall we see how good the camera crew are tonight? See if they can get a close-up of where my finger is here, because this is apparently Vickie. Can you get? That's not bad. Can you get right in on
Rumour
that?
has it.
Look at that. That apparently, that's pretty good. That is Vickie. Now tell me about this. What is this?
Oh, the record rather than the costume.
Yes.
For the Nordoff Robbins Music Therapy is its charity record
Great.
where lots of fabulous people have done covers of Elvis movie songs with the NME.
Yeah, and Fuzzbox are in there with you, of
They
course.
are.
I mean, do mention
If you're looking
Fuzzbox.
for trouble,
I see.
That one.
Are you going to do an Elvis impersonation later?
I do.
Oh, good. Right, okay.
yeah.
Well, hang on to that.
I am Elvis.
If Piers What's-His-Name rings through tonight, by the way,
Okay.
cut him off. Graham from Keighley. Hello, Graham.
Hello, James.
Yes, Graham.
Do you think the Elvis Presley mania is gradually wearing out as the years go by?
No!
He was speaking to me. Do you mind, please? Sorry about that, these rude people.
That's all right.
Yes, I mean, I'm trying to be polite on this show now and
Yeah.
change my image, yes. What was that, Graham? Do I think he's losing his what?
Yeah, well, do you think the mania is gradually wearing out?
It depends whether he's alive or dead,
Will we
isn't it?
still
He's
be
smelling a
talking
lot if
about
he's
him
dead.
in
What?
50 years' time? Will we still be talking about him in 50 years' time?
Well, we won't, because we won't be here, but I mean, people may well in 50 years' time be talking about Elvis Presley. Will they be talking about Paul McCartney? Probably not. David from Newport. Hello, David.
Hello.
Yes, David.
Actually, my wife's obsession with Elvis led me losing my house and me being divorced from my wife. Because I work abroad.
Well, it sounds like your wife was a very lucky lady, judging by your voice, David. I should think that she has probably got a lot to be thankful to Elvis for. Could you imagine being married to somebody who sounds like that? David?
Yes? You are.
Oh, yeah, sorry, David. You're too slow, David. Graham from Hertfordshire. Hello, Graham.
Hello, James. How are you?
I'm very well, Graham. How's Hertfordshire?
Yeah, very nice.
I came through it at about 8 o'clock this morning. Is it?
Yeah, it is. Apparently,
Yeah.
rumours are going round that the chest, his hairy chest, has been replaced into a toupee.
Well, it's not true, actually, because I can reveal for the first time on British television that I actually managed to get a skin graft off him. And can we see this? This was Elvis's chest hair, and that's real, all right? And I had it put onto my chest, so eat your heart out. Richard from Wigan. Hello, Richard.
Hello, how are you, James?
Hi, I'm fine.
Question I'd like to put to you. Do you think the reason why Elvis Presley is brought up and about today is due to people like Onion Bargee over there who look like, who say they look like Elvis?
Yeah.
There's hundreds of other people that try and look like Elvis,
Yeah.
so everyone says Elvis is everywhere.
That's a point. I mean, I suppose that Elvis, some people think Elvis is a god, you know, which worries me. I mean, some people actually think Elvis is godlike. Onion Bargee. Do you think, are people like you, Peter, are you responsible for keeping this myth going?
Well, he's a legend, isn't he? So there's another legend born amongst the Asian community, like, you know. I mean, you got to do a bit of the Asian flavour to the...
I have to say, although I may sound slightly cynical from time to time, there is no other rock singer I can think of at all who actually has this kind of following. I mean, people dressing up as him, you know. I can't believe it. Apart from me, of course, and a lot of lookalikes of me. We'll take a break back after this.
46 1000. James Whale.
As you see, in the audience up here, we have all our Elvis lookalikes. Who are they trying to kid? And with me down here, let me introduce you to Todd Slaughter. It's a great name, Todd.
It's a wonderful name.
It's a great name. Now, Todd is the... Secretary of the Elvis Presley fan club. But which one is... I mean, there are so many. Is this the official fan club or the unofficial fan club?
It's the official fan club. We've been going since 1957.
1957?
Yes. And I've been doing it for 23 years.
Have you? There's no answer to that, really, Todd, is there? It seems... Do you mind? It seems to me... We'll save that for Wogan. It seems to me that a lot of people, and I mean, would I be levelling this at you, Todd? I don't think so. But a lot of people are making a lot of money out of Elvis still.
Yeah, and it's surprising that the people that aren't making money out of Elvis...
Is it?
So, yeah.
Well, I'm not making money out of Elvis. If there's a little scam I could get into, tell me.
I remember earlier on, one of the people who phoned up wondered, or sent a fax, wondered whether Elvis faked his death or died to generate income from his record sales. Elvis never got, after he died, or his family never got a penny piece from any of the records.
Little tongue-in-cheek, that bit, Todd, yes. But, I mean, there's terrific arguments over the estate and who gets it and who doesn't get it, and there seems to me that there are lawsuits flying back and forth from different factions who say they are Elvis fans.
Yeah, there are, and there still are. I mean, there's the new television drama series that started this week on Channel 4 that doesn't have Elvis Presley's voice on it because there's a problem with the record company and the estate.
What's wrong with all these people?
Don't think they can get around a table and sort it out. I mean, it really is sad that the greatest singer in the world still has problems releasing records.
What was it about? I mean, Elvis had a nice voice, and, you know, grannies liked him, and he did a little bit of gospel, he did a bit of rock and roll, and in the early days when he shook his dangly parts about all the girls, and you know, they were going to do it. Shut up. Why? I mean, he wasn't a brilliant singer. What was it?
He was.
Was he a brilliant singer? He was a brilliant singer?
Yeah, he could sing all kinds of music.
Okay, listen, we don't want any poll tax type... Go on.
He sang all kinds of music for all kinds of people.
But it was his presence, wasn't it? And his sort of his mannerisms, the whole thing, rather than just the fact that he had a terrific singing voice.
It was a bit of everything and all of everything.
Yeah.
If you could get the qualities that made Elvis Presley, you could create another one. And the music business has been trying to do that for 30 years and they've never done it.
Todd, stick with me because we may create another Elvis Presley here tonight. Now, I make no, oh God, I've got the winkle pickers on tonight, don't I? I make no apologies for pinching a bit of Peter Wartman's show, The Hitman and Thingy, after what he wrote about me the other day in one of the magazines. And they do a little thing on that called Pass the Mic, all right? And we're going to do that today. We have a couple of gentlemen from the audience. I'm very sorry to see there are no lady Elvis impersonators here tonight. It's a shame. I thought perhaps we would have got a few. You know the sort of thing. They play a record and you have to go, I've been rehearsing this. I want you to see what you think of this, okay? Ready? Since my baby left me. Okay, right. Let's find out whether we got a new Elvis here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, music maestro, please. And let's have the first contestant right in here.
It's one for the money, two for the show. Get ready now, go cat, go, don't you?
I can't do it. Get in here, quickly. Get in here. Get in here. Go on. Off. That's lovely. Okay, right. Let's have the other.
Blue sweat shoes.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Give them all a nice round of applause. Whoa. Oh. Right, I don't know whether or not we found a new Elvis Presley. What?
I'd like to sing a song, especially for all you single ladies.
Cut the music.
Let's cut the music. Would you want to sing a song? This lady dedicates herself to Elvis, and I'd like to dedicate this song to you.
Oh, super.
I will spend my whole life through, you know, just loving you, just loving you. Winter, summer, springtime too, you know I'm loving you, just loving you. Oh, there is only one for me, you know, and you know that I've always been loving you.
Oh,
thank you.
Lovely, lovely.
Well, James, I was going to sing that to you.
Lovely. No, I'm glad you didn't.
I'm not that way.
Now, listen, I don't know whether or not you'd be interested. If we could get a band around here later. Because what do you think, Todd? I think he's got some potential, this guy.
Would you mind if I do a song with the band later?
No?
No, it's
okay, well, if we
love
can
it.
get a band, you get out there and get yourself together. We'll try and do that later.
I'll see if I can remember.
Okay, all right. Well,
Okay.
yeah. What's your name, by the way?
Johnny Dumper.
Johnny Dumper.
With a capital J.
With a capital J. Johnny Dumper. Right, Johnny Dumper. Okay, no, fine. Thanks very much indeed. Bye. Yes, that's good. Good. Okay. Okay. Let's take some Elvis calls now. I'm getting into it now. Take some Elvis calls. John from Old Trafford. Hello, John.
Good morning, James.
Hi.
Fine, thanks. With there been so many reported signs of Elvis since his death, does the vivacious Vickie, for example, believe there's a possibility that Elvis may be somehow controlling another singer from beyond the grave to sing in his own inimitable
It's
style?
an interesting one. It's an interesting one, Vickie.
Funny you should say that. He is within me at this very second.
It's disgusting.
That's just your mind, James. His soul. I'm talking souls.
Yeah, well, I was talking soul. I don't know what you were thinking about. I just thought it was disgusting that you feel you've got another being inside. What on earth do you think I was talking about, woman?
I don't know.
Goodness sake, please, I'm trying to change the image. I'm trying to change, right?
Okay.
Now, you think that he may be within you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, that's a good one. OK, John, thank you for that. Richard! Richard from Hull. Nicely got out of...
Jim.
Yes, Richard.
I'd like to say I think Michael Jackson's a hell of a lot more interesting than Elvis.
Thank you.
Ooh,
the only problem with Wacko Jacko is if he goes to the White House again for any reason, it's just going to get really pathetic, isn't it? It's that limp handshake, you know, when he shakes... I don't know whether he's got batteries in him or he's wound up or whatever. He's sort of like this. Anyway, Terry from Crawley. Hello, Terry.
Hello there.
Hi.
I'd just like to ask a question there to all your Elvis impersonators.
Ask away.
Don't they think that they should spend their meagre 70 years on this planet impersonating themselves instead of a dead rock star?
That's a good point. Do any of... Todd, you know, what about this? Don't you think you should find something better to do with your life than paying homage to a rock and roll singer?
No, it is my life, so I enjoy it.
It is your life? Yes. But you see, a lot of these people here, I mean, put your hands up. Any of these people here, is your life devoted to Elvis in any way? I mean, are you that impressed with it? No, not at all, you see. They don't even like Elvis here, do you? They just used it as an excuse to get in here. Have we got any Elvis fans out there? Yeah. Oh, I was wrong, OK. Craig from Scotland. Craig. Craig?
Yeah?
What part of Scotland?
Store. It's in Sutherland.
In where?
Sutherland.
In Sutherland. OK, Craig, what can we do for you?
I read that Elvis was dying of bone cancer. And
Yeah.
had a few heart attacks in the 18 months before he died.
Uh-huh.
I was wondering...
Are you an Elvis fan?
Yes, I've got about 100 records.
Yeah, so, I mean, you read all this stuff about him, do you?
I've got...
There are so many stories about what happened to him. Again, I mean, you know, why do you want to know?
Well... it's a book I've got, it's A to Z of Elvis, and
Yeah.
it claims to have every fact about his life in it.
Really?
And it claims that they're all true anyway.
Did he die from cancer? Or was
I don't know.
Nobody actually does know, do they?
Nobody knows. They didn't publish the results of the autopsy, so
Yeah.
nobody knows.
Why didn't they do that?
I don't know.
There are a lot of mysteries surrounding the death of Elvis Presley.
To add to the mystery, it makes
Yeah.
people... It probably wasn't intentional, but as the
Yeah.
years have gone past...
I'm going to upset a lot of Elvis fans now because I thought the most interesting, and I said this to somebody, I can't remember who the hell it was. You know Napoleon? They sold a little bit of Napoleon in a box. Do you remember the bit I mean? The bit I mean? And was that you?
No, it's her.
Who was it? Are you married to her? That's disgusting. That's awful. Anyway, I just wondered, I mean, nobody's come up with the idea of saying they've got Presley's testicles or because that's the next thing, isn't it? That's an idea for the sport, by the way. Yeah, just a thought. Emma from Sussex. Hello, Emma.
Oh, hello. I think 50s guitarists such as Chuck Berry and B.B. King much more influential over modern rock music than Elvis is. I think he's very overrated, actually.
Really?
Mm.
Well, who cares what you think, Emma? It's a good place to take a break.
Yeah.
Since my baby...
L4 in the rain.
I'll get this old bushel in the sun if it's the last thing I do. What I need is a really good letter that will really frighten the life out of him. Tell him what I think of him. That's what I need to do. I'm not having much luck with this. Listen, Mark.
James.
Mark Lee.
Hello.
Funnily enough, that was a bit of acting, by the way. Did you like that? A little round of applause for the acting? I mean, the typewriter wasn't even plugged in. Mark has written the complete, the return of the complete Revenge Kit, which is a wonderful book. Got nothing to do with Elvis Presley, unless you want to write to his fan club, of course. And in this book, Mark, you've got letters for every kind of
anyone you want to get revenge on, anyone you hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I want to write to Gary Bushell at the Sun, what can I, got a good one in there?
Oh, plenty. I mean, there's 101 letters in here. I mean, there's one here. You could say, send him a letter that says he's having a sex change without anaesthetic.
Oh, we do that, yes.
Yes. One here, poll tax for pets.
Really?
Not bad, getting worried.
I thought poll tax for pets was a serious issue. Actually, Margaret's not doing terribly well in the publicity polls this year at the moment.
This is true.
Let me spring. I've got something here actually that is going to boost Margaret Thatcher in all the publicity polls and all the political things. Do you want to see this just before we
show
go?
me? Show me.
Can we get a quick look at this? Can you get a little look in there? Can you see that? I think this is the new image of Margaret Thatcher is actually going to do an awful lot for her. Can you see that? Good. Okay. Do you ever get any... I mean, I imagine some of these letters in here, Mark, you're going to get into a lot of trouble.
We have. Let me just say, I mean, the letters in the Revenge Kit, they all look authentic. The idea is you pick a victim, perforate them out, send it off, and hey presto.
I mean, aren't you encouraging people to send hate mail here?
Well, yes. I mean, some people deserve it. I mean, everyone wants to get revenge on someone. It could be a boss, a teacher, a girlfriend, boyfriend, neighbour. This lets you do it anonymously and pretty evilly.
So you buy the book.
You buy the book, or two,
or three, and the photocopy, get one and photocopy the lot. And thank you, Mark.
Yes.
And then you know, if you've got noisy neighbours, like someone around here has got neighbour problems.
Well, there's a letter here about noisy lovemaking.
Really?
Which you send. I mean, they all look authentic. The thing, I wrote this...
You're going to get done, though. Somebody is going to take exception.
We've had the CID from 7 Counties, we've had That's Life, we've had the DPP.
That's Life?
Apart from that...
I thought they had a sense of humour. Yeah, go on.
Apart from that, we've been okay. But what we have found, all you need to do to trick someone, as long as you make a letter sound authentic, look authentic, put a crest on it, put it on good quality paper, people will fall for it. And it's been working.
Really?
Yeah, we've had a few nasty tales.
Have you? Tell me one. Come on, don't hide it. Tell me one. Who have you upset?
Okay, we had a promotion in the first Revenge Kit called for a fake cat cereal called Pussy Galore, and you had to go into a supermarket dressed as a cat, say a slogan, and get a year's supply of cat food, and people did turn up. Went to the supermarket dressed as cats. Believe me, this is true. The manager didn't know what the hell was going on, and but people fall for it. I mean, there's letters in here. The EEC, everyone expects the EEC to come up with some really crappy suggestions. There's one here about decimalising time, which is something quite feasible. The EEC could say, they want 10 hours in a day. We expect people to go and change their clocks to 10 hours. There's no, people are gullible.
There's one in here I like. I'm just trying to work out who we should send it to around here. It's a Spartacus Gay Dating Bureau.
Well, this could be one for Gary. I mean, this promises, or threatens, actually.
B567W describes himself as cuddly, introverted and warm-hearted. He is in his early 30s and has built himself a highly successful career in textiles. He owns his own home, non-smoker, lists his interests as squash, cycling, reading, classical music and origami.
That's right. That threatens the recipient. 3 contacts, not only Grant, Bartholomew, and Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin's nice.
He is. He sails remote control boats. So nice sort of guy.
But do you have a lot of people coming up with these ideas, these fictitious companies and and these letters? The London Institute of Home Learning.
Pathology by post.
Oh, that's good. Pathology by post.
Yes,
that'd be very nice.
Every month they deliver a corpse to your door for you to experiment on. So
I love this bit here. It says the final 10 weeks of the course are taken up by practicing surgical procedures and revising the technicalities of brain death, blood loss and asphyxiation.
True. I mean, these days everyone's used to getting junk mail.
This is junk mail?
Yes. Well, when you get this stuff through the post, you're not sure what's real, what's not. So there's no reason why you shouldn't doubt any of these letters.
I'm going to take this with me anyway. Thank you, Mark, for the moment. Thanks
Good
very
luck.
much indeed.
Good
That's good. I just found this on the desk. I know, look, Tom Jones. Tom's got a jacket like mine. It's nice, isn't it, eh? I'm doing a 60s show in a few weeks' time. Perhaps, Tom, you know, you'd like to come on the show. I'd love to have you on the show. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we went down to the East End of London. I thought this is a very unlikely place to find out about Elvis, but I was wrong.
Whaley goes to town.
So, Sid, you've got some books, records, posters. You've got an old jukebox in the corner as well. Yeah. I mean, is any of the stuff you have here, I've had a little look around, I mean, it's made up stuff. Is there any genuine bits of Elvis memorabilia?
The sad thing is, we got original papers when he died, which we sell.
Yeah.
We got sunglasses like he used to wear. But there are so many people out there who claim this is genuine, and you'll never ever know. You know, even family members have sold things which are supposedly genuine. And
I can't. You see, I mean, I liked Elvis music. I mean, some of the rock and roll stuff I think is great, and there is no doubt that you hear an Elvis tune, some of them, and you've got to tap your feet. I can't understand why they leave flowers at this sort of statue in the East End of London 13 years after he snuffed it.
Well, the thing is...
and there are even plastic flowers, aren't there?
Elvis meant an awful lot to a lot of people. We don't have heroes anymore. You know, who have we got in the world that you can really admire and respect? Elvis Presley's voice, I don't know what it is about his voice, but we have a lot of handicapped people, and each year we take handicapped Elvis fans to Graceland. And there's something in his voice, no one knows what, which attracts all sorts of people.
He appeals to handicapped people?
Yeah, all people. You know, John Lennon. Yeah. John Lennon was a massive Elvis fan. You know, he loved Elvis's music. Paul McCartney, when he felt bad, he just put on Elvis record and he felt great.
And of course, Paul McCartney isn't handicapped in any way, is he? What about the business of Gracelands? I mean, have you ever been there?
Many times.
What's it like? Is it depressing?
It used to be a very, very happy, cheerful place. Fans would come from all over the world and meet, and it was great. And now it's become a big business operation. And you know, there's just dollar signs everywhere, and they charge us $7.50 to go in to see Elvis's grave, basically.
What do you think of Priscilla Presley? A person that you admire or not?
No, quite the opposite.
But she was Elvis's wife.
She was his ex-wife.
All right, he was his ex-wife, but I mean, she slept in the same bed as the man. I mean, to an Elvis fan, that must be pretty good.
Yes. Sadly, since he's died, she really hasn't done anything to protect his family.
Well, she's gone into Dallas, or was it Dynasty? I can't remember.
Oh, no, she's used the name Presley, even though she was divorced for many years. She's used the name Presley ever since. She's never changed that name. And sadly, she has not protected his memory. When all these stories came out that Elvis was alive, she should have gone on public television and put him down with a vengeance, just as Yoko Ono did.
Yeah, but you see, I mean, Sid,
about John Lennon.
You've not convinced me yet, because I mean, I spoke to somebody the other day who said they were definitely convinced that Elvis never died. He just got fed up, and that he wanted to retire and go away.
It's a nice story. It sells newspapers, it makes TV programs, it's a lovely story. But I know people who were giving Elvis the kiss of life. Elvis, when they found Elvis, he'd been dead some hours. They still somehow tried to revive him. Elvis died. You know, I know his family, I know his friends, and it's very, very sad that people are bringing up this story. Because Elvis gave everything, I believe, to his family, to his friends, to other people. That's why he died. He died from a broken heart. He gave everything he couldn't give anymore.
Since my baby left me,
I found new place in the world. Something like that. No?
You think I'm improving?
You are. You're not quite as tone deaf as you were.
Yeah, I'm not doing too badly. Listen, if I give you the car, will that make up for it or not?
You got the keys?
Yeah. No, not yet. No. Close it. It's nice, isn't it? This is a 1958 Chevy, because I wanted to have a 57 Chevy, but that was the year, and it's been lent to us. Very nice. Have you seen all this lovely and chrome and all that sort of stuff? We're all into the 50s tonight, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah, we're all into the 50s.
Driving it off.
And the Yorkshire Vintage Car Museum at Hornsey Pottery, which is over on Humberside, have lent it to us. Very nice of them. Very nice of them. Now, that guy we met in the audience before, you know, Johnny...
Dumper?
It's not a name for a singer, Johnny Dumper, is it?
A little bit suspect, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll have a look. Anyway, I don't think he's going to be all right with an Elvis song. Ladies and gentlemen, the incredible Johnny Dumper! Okay, Wales on, good morning. Apparently Fellini, who we've come to know and love now as Tracy, apparently from a past life, says, no you won't, because I'm not going out in the yard at playtime. Says, we're not plugging the number enough, but we've got so many calls we can't go. I don't know why we're plugging the number. It's 0532, make a note of this at home. Do it, 0532 46 1000. And do you think I should dress like this in future? I think I should.
Yeah.
It's very James Well.
Todd,
yes.
You actually have met the man, haven't you?
Yes, we used to take people to see Elvis Presley in concert in Las Vegas. And
so what was he like? Never mind about that. What was he like? What was the man like?
Very shy.
Bit like me.
More shy than you. Far
Really?
shyer than you, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, go on, go on.
And he was shy, that was it. I mean,
I've not met anybody else who's met him, you see.
But he was shy.
Yeah.
And that's all I can say. We thought that Elvis Presley would be 12 foot tall, he'd have an aurora around his head, and he wasn't. When he came in the room where we were waiting to meet him, we didn't even know he'd come in. It was amazing. It really was.
Johnny, joking apart, I mean, you're amazing. I mean, your voice is... You don't actually do an Elvis impersonation, do you?
No, I try to be a bit different, James. I don't like to sort of try and talk and be Elvis, because there's only one Elvis Presley. There's no point anybody trying to be Elvis, is there? So I try to do it a bit of a different way. I bring myself over on stage, singing the Elvis songs, and doing it with as much power as what he done, but in the Elvis sort of way, but my way, which is a bit different than a lot of people do.
Because Vickie's very good at it, you know. Vickie,
I noticed.
Did you notice that in the car?
Oh, yes.
Since my baby left.
I'm going back to painting and decorating, by the way.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's all right. He's going to dash back and do Hurry Curries. Is that right? In Swansea. Hurry Curries in Swansea.
No problem.
Do you sing when they come into the shop or not?
Oh, yeah. Delegate Break Hotel.
Do you wear this?
Oh, yes, definitely. You got to do the style, like, you know.
Give us a little Heartbreak Hotel, go on. Give us a little Heartbreak Hotel.
I only know blue suede shoes.
Do us a little blue suede shoes, go on then.
Well, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now, go kind of cool, but don't you?
That's enough. Very nice.
Next week now.
You can respond if you want at home. I know you're all clapping at home, aren't you? You're all clapping at home. That's good. Now, we've got here a good morning, James and gang, from a hard-working Irishman in Dublin. Thank you very much indeed. Love the show. Hate the jacket. That's not nice.
Oh, that's not
shame.
That's not
shame.
What is it? 252 plays the best music. Send us our T-shirts. In the Sun today, we're terrible. I mean, we've given a lot of plugs today. In the Sun today, there's a story, as I speak about Elvis.
Oh.
Have you seen this?
No, but reading it says it all, you know.
It says, "Love me, Bender." Elvis, this is the Sun, of course. Elvis was gay, claims shocking new book. We don't have the author of that book on the programme. And, of course, the Sun have to go one better. They have to compile a top 10 of song titles if, in fact, Elvis had been gay and came out of the closet. Number 1, "You're the Neville in Disguise." Number 2, "Are You Handsome Tonight?" Number 3, "Jailhouse Frock." Like that one. And number 4, "The Boy of My Best Friend." And number 5, "Let Me Be Your Teddy Bear." Does that offend Elvis fans or not?
I think we've learned to live with it now. I mean, I could give you a story for next week, because Elvis had a horse called Rising Sun and a monkey called Scatter. Make something out of that.
Good. I just remember, we're going to do the competition, aren't we? We're going to do a couple... Yeah? I think we are. Before we do that, we've got a load of letters. Thank you very much indeed for the letters. The address, by the way, to send in your entries for the competition and the letters, coming up on the screen now. Guy Baines in Nelson in Lancashire says, "Elvis is a legend above legends. Your show tonight proves it. Who else could have a show dedicated to them and their fans after 13 years of demise?" And Phil Shakespeare from Tipton, West Midlands, says, "Would like to point out that every nutter shown in the gutter press, dear, you know the one who changed his name to Elvis or thinks he's Elvis, there's at least 10 normal guys." I see. Thanks for the other letters as well. If you have any ideas or suggestions for programmes, send them to Wales Mail, care of Yorkshire Television, the Television Centre, Leeds, LS3 1JS. Vic, come over here. Give us a hand. And Mr. Dumper, you come over here as well, because what we're going to do, ask you one question, and you're going to get all these prizes.
Right.
OK. The question is, what was the date of Elvis's death? That'll do. What was the date of Elvis's... You've been in a quiz show, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm used to this.
Yeah, what was... In fact, hang on. What was the... As I'm getting rid of my sexist... Right? I'm prepared to do it along with the ladies. OK, there we are. Elvis T-shirt, large size. That's one prize. All right. What was the date of Elvis's death? Write it on a postcard, sealed down envelope and send it to us. Johnny Dumper's new single, and he is appearing on tour with...
Jerry Lee Lewis, and on this record I am with the Jordanaires, Elvis's original
Fantastic, great.
Get it in your record shops right now.
OK, he's good at this, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Take your job over here.
Yeah. We've got all these albums and singles and all that sort of stuff, and this is great. This is...
Yeah, I'm having that.
Oh, that's a lovely.
You are not having it. This is the Elvis 50th anniversary collection of radio programmes and music and all that stuff, so that's great. Send them in. Next week you win it. Listen, for someone who didn't like my sex, you really... Are we going out after the show?
Behave. No, we're not.
Well, you said we could have a drink. If your boyfriend comes too.
You
see.
Think about it.
Right, OK. Now, thanks very much. We're going to carry on. Get back. Let's carry on. OK, for goodness sake, carry on. Let's take some phone calls. Right, hello.
Good evening, James.
Who the hell are you? Right, OK. Simon from London. Hello, Simon.
How are you doing? We actually happen to have him here with us this evening.
I beg your pardon?
Elvis.
You got Elvis there?
Yes,
I knew this would happen. Right. Put him on.
Well, actually, as you said earlier on, he's very shy and he's prepared to talk through me onto the television.
He's a medium.
But he's been very impressed by your show, and the young gentleman singing he thought was very good as well.
Oh, that's
Thank you,
nice.
sir. Thank you.
What's that like? You've met Elvis. What do you think?
I've met Elvis.
Well, you talked to him loosely, yes.
Well, I'm afraid I don't believe he's alive, but I mean, when he was alive... He
really
was...
upset a lot of people if he was, wouldn't it? Mike from Shrewsbury. Hello, Mike.
Yeah, I'd like to know, I mean, how much of Elvis's songs did he actually write himself? I mean, was he just a product?
Not a lot, actually, James.
What a bore, yeah. Here's a little fax. It says, I find it hard to believe so many people in this country can sit and praise Elvis Presley, an entertainer who never visited this country and who, if he was still alive today, would probably still have never come over here. So the best thing British fans can do is forget him, because he never cared for them anyway. From Tarquin Wildebeest III.
May I say, James, when I was on tour over here with the Jordanaires, that's his backing group, they told me Elvis would have been so proud to come to this country because he realised how much the British fans really enjoyed him. And he says whoever listens to his music, he would have been proud of the British public.
The thing is, of course, if Elvis had come over here, the legend would not have been so strong, would it?
I'm sure that's the case in many respects.
That's part of it. Right, a little more music. This isn't Elvis music, but it's a very, very funky video, and I love it. It comes from Alhannah Miles. You know, it's called Black Velvet. Here it is. You could put this in your mouth, it would stop that awful laugh. Oh, sorry, we're back. We're back. And listen, adding to the prizes of the competition, we're going to give you some tickets to the nearest Johnny Dumper concert.
Yes. I'm appearing with Jerry Lee Lewis, so come along,
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Thank you very much, sir.
Who's that?
Yeah, thank you very much.
He's a what was that?
Well, I don't know. It's some fool behind me chucked it down.
Oh, well, we'll deal with them after the programme. Read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Yeah. OK, so a concert wherever you happen to be. And Todd Slaughter has given us some Elvis rock to give away as well.
There's not a lot of it left.
And some tickets to the Blackpool Elvis exhibition.
That's right. Which opens at Easter.
Fantastic. Now, we can take a few more calls, I think. Can we, Tracy, or not? Yeah, OK. Harry from Leicester. Hello, Harry.
Good morning, James.
Hi, Harry. If the person playing with the drums outside doesn't stop, I'll stick the drumstick where it'll hurt. Harry, yes, what can we do for you?
Yeah, I'm an air traffic controller from RAF Cottesmore. And on more than one occasion over the last couple of weeks, I've been working an aircraft that's mysteriously disappeared from radar cover. And when I've tried to get hold of him on the radio,
It's bloody Buddy Holly again, isn't it?
I seem to get a strange montage of Elvis hits coming over the airways.
Oh, my God.
I've reported this to my
Wouldn't you
boss.
believe it? Wouldn't you believe it? There's another one. You've been working too much in air traffic control. Take a break. Jane from Wakefield. Hello, Jane.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, James. I'd want to know your recipe for a bindi bhaji kulche.
OK, well, join us in about 2 weeks when we're back on the 20th. Next week, we're not here. Instead of the Whale Show next week, we have something for Holy Week, a little religious output. In the meantime, have a nice Easter. We're back in 2 weeks' time, and have a nice weekend. Thank you to all our guests and all our Elvis lookalikes for coming in tonight. I wasn't an Elvis fan to start off with, but now, you know, I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind. It's pretty good. What I want, Vickie, can you come up here and help me, Vickie? I want to get it right, you know. I want, the moves, OK? I want to, because I've got the gear. What do you think?
I think you can.
OK, show me. No.
Sort of thing, you know.
Since my baby left me, Was that what do you think?
That's not too bad. You're improving.
Yeah.
You need some lessons.
Yeah. Show me the way. How would I stand? Yeah. Is that not too bad? Piers Morgan, eat your heart out. Yes. I need the quiff. That's what I need. I need the quiff. Say good night to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Have a nice weekend. Happy Easter. All right. Oh, okay. Go back. How do we do it this time? So,
yeah, that's the idea.
No, I think we look stupid like this, don't you? Right. Okay, right. Well done!